business is the topic which I've been, asked to speak upon, and I feel it's one of the best way in which I can speak about my career till now and what has happened all through my life as a bureaucrat in the 7 long years in bureaucracy. So, the IAS was a childhood dream for any other middle class boy who would like to make it big in life. It's what everybody around says. That's what your mom and dad says, your neighbors say, and then you internalize it and you decide, okay, I'll become a collector someday in life. I was a studious as well as a mischievous boy who was into a lot of learning and unlearning, and then as time went on, this dream slowly slipped by. And then, when I joined the college, I was just parachuting into a fun-filled life. I was just sipping every drop of fun available in the college, and the dream was completely lost. And then happened this incident in the college. But somehow, inherently in me, there was this anger. I was an angry young man. And I was a big fan of Bharti, and Bharti has taught me, Padaham Saibavare Kandal, Bayam Kullalaha Papa, Modi Midithu Vidu Papa, Avar Muhattalu Muldu Vidu Papa. And I had taught to myself, Raudram Padah. So, when this incident happened, this is like any other normal incident which could have happened in any other college campus. We had a college bully, a senior bully, who was a son of an MLA, which added more strength to his bulliness. And we all suffered because of his dominance in the college. Like it happened in any other college campus, one fine day, the juniors won a cricket match against the seniors, and the shameless seniors bet the helpless juniors black and blue. 2 of my friends were beaten up so badly, in a fit of rage and anger, we juniors gathered ourselves, our strengths, went back and bet them. Hell broke loose, we were hunted by henchmen and wild dogs, and the whole college management was in support of the bully, because he was son of an MLA and a very close aide to the management. So we were all hunted, the college management was hot on our heels, and I was thrown out of the college for a year. I had to redo the course for a year. From a very respectable position of a good, educated, middle-class family background boy, I fell into dust. I was booed down, looked out like an outlaw, and I came back to the same college after a year to pursue my studies. I joined the classes along with my juniors, did the engineering degree again, but this time I had to face a lots of humiliation. I was ridiculous, booed, I was looked like an outlaw. But somehow, would gather strength and decide, no, I'm not going to go out of this college with a bad reputation. So we had some like-minded individuals who could put lot of organization into the college campus. We tried to put the College Tamil Association, a lot of other organizations we tried to put in place. We organized events in the college, and I started participating in all the events myself, started winning prizes, slowly regained the reputation back. And when I went out of the college, I came out like a respected student and not like an outlaw. So that was how I learned to sail. And, I then shifted my base to Chennai to start my preparation for the UPSC. And when I left, it was the 15th of June, 2002. And I told my father, I'll take 3 years' time, because my father was a retired school headmaster. So we could not afford to prepare for UPSC examinations, and I had to take up a job immediately. But I decided that I would take a plunge into the civil services, try and dedicate 3 years for civil service preparation. I told my father, 3 years from now on, let me give a try, and if I don't succeed, I'll take care of myself, I'll not take a penny from you. And luckily I could make it within the 3 years' time. So when it comes to civil services, is it really a perfect job of a change agent? And I would say, yes, it is the job of a perfect change agent. So I have some small photogeny for you. in which I'll try and show you glimpses of few successful initiatives, few successful changes, to just justify and make you yourself verify all the tall claims I've been making here in this dais. Are there civil engineers here? Civil engineers? Yeah, some of them. So we might be knowing about Laurie Baker and the low-cost building technologies which he proposes. So this is one building. It's a story of a low-cost Seva Kendra. Imagine what the cost of this building would be, 2.20 lakhs, just because we employed techniques of Laurie Baker. This has two techniques. One is the rat trap bonding, other one is the filler slabs, and it reduces around 30 to 30% cost. So when I started this building, there were enemies around. I was told, no, this has no technical sanction. You cannot prepare an estimate. So as an administrator, if you could start a work without a sanction, you are going to face a departmental inquiry. That is what will happen. But we just believed in ourselves, decided to go to chase our dreams, build this building, and what happened at the end? The Chief Minister visited his building. He declared that this building would become the state model. And today, there are numerous buildings of this model are being built in my state in every Gram Panchayat headquarters. This is typical. It's called Damtari Mitan. It's the cover of a sanitary napkin. And that's the man who made it. He's a Coimbaturian, Mr. Muruganandam. So we could see in rural areas, women are not able to get access to napkins. It leads into a lot of cases of cancer, cervical cancer. So when we saw it, we wanted to intervene. So we thought, let us import this particular technology which has been done from a Coimbaturian, take it to Chhattisgarh, put 2 women self-help groups and produce napkins, sell it at a subsidized cost to rural women. And what we could do was that at a subsidized price of 1 rupee per pad, take it to tribal children who were living in tribal hostels in the district, and it's a completely hygienic process. At 1 rupee per pad, I was able to give it to school children in the district. And today, there are 30,000 napkins sold till now. So there are at least 3,000 new users who have been shifted into the habit of using napkins in the district. And it all started as a small idea. This is, again, another small childhood dream of mine, where, I used to dream as a child that I should be able to access children's movies. What we get is always the adult movies. So it happens in Hyderabad and in Mumbai that people get to watch children's movies. There are children's film festivals. But what happens to the poor rural boy of India who never gets an opportunity to watch these movies? So we decided to organize a Jugnu Bal Chitra Mahotsav. A Jugnu is nothing, is a minmini. So you could see it. We organized all the movies. The last slide shows it all. Where there are a lot of movies. With the help of Children's Film Society of India, we were able to organize 81 clusters, 81 rural locations, 3 days per cluster, and 3 movies per day, 244 screenings. Every year it's happening. It has become a small movie movement in the state now in the name Jugnu. And my children, rural children, are able to afford to see movies which children of the urban areas of Hyderabad and Bombay are able to see. Here are they watching the movie gleefully. This is another small thing, a school sanitation plan, wherein children take up the sanitation of their schools themselves. They prepare an SSP as part of the total sanitation campaign, and you could see they present their own plan, and they do the internal composting. We even put up a low-cost incinerator in place where they can burn the napkins safely. So such kind of initiatives, when they work, they give you enormous pleasure, enormous the work satisfaction. This is another initiative. I would just run through it. This is a software called Midday Meal Online Monitoring System. I very fondly call it as the MD Moms. The last part of it is more important. What happens? There are women self-help groups who cook the midday meal, who go to the block education officer's office every month to collect the checks for the food they cooked in the midday meals. And they used to run around to the BO office thrice, spend money to grease the hand of the babu who prepare the bills there. And after the software had put in place, look at the social cost of the initiative. It saved around 500 rupees per self-help group per month, so it is around 5,000 rupees per annum, and a 50 rupees per woman member per month, so it is 500 rupees per annum, and 1,200 SIGs, 12,000 women saved from harassment, travel, corruption, and an assumed saving of 6 lakh rupees for them. And believe me, it happened in 3 months. We could just look at the problem, design a software, get rid of the corruption completely. When people speak about Lokpal, I say, no, computer is a super Lokpal. Why don't we computerize everything? So that worked. And the best part of it is that after seeing this initiative, the Chief Minister called for a presentation, and this initiative has been now replicated throughout the state. This is the story of Narayana and his family. They used to travel 20 kilometers in cycle or in jeeps and spend at least rupees 1,200 to collect 1,200 rupees weekly wages. He will the expenditure will incur is around 160 rupees. But now what we have did is a banking correspondence model. Is a small bank at the panchayat office. He need not travel anywhere. He is getting all his payments done. The pensioner and everybody gets it there at the panchayat bhavan itself. We had covered around 91,000 beneficiaries, and 14 crores had been disbursed till now. And we are the country's first 100% DCM block. Yeah, I'll take 2 minutes. So this is it. So this is another initiative. This is our version of the 1 laptop per child. We decided to give Intel classmate PCs to the school children, poor tribal children of the district, and look at them. You know, you would do anything to get this smile on a face. Last, I would just run through all the slides. These are the experiences which we had in the district Sukma. I would just make it as fast as I can. Sukma district was a newly formed district. It was nothing but Naxal territory cut out. I was living amidst them. Like, it was completely governed by them, ruled by them, and we were just ruling small territories in the whole district. And you could see, is there a laser here? Laser? No. It's only a very small part. The small green portions available are what we control. Rest is all theirs. So here, to start a new district, I had to move with my own chair in my vehicle. The collector went with his chair, carrying his chair all the way from his old posting. There was no building, no house, no human resource. It was an Naxal capital and Naxal hotbed, and here is where we started. And in a span of 3 months, I'll tell you, this is what we could put there in the district. A good functional collectorate. It's an e-collectorate. We have computerized the whole collectorate. We started right away with a video conferencing facility on day 1, you could see. And we continuously conducted events to regain the trust of public there. You know, people were asked to come out of the houses so that they could interact with the administration continuously. We're trying to continuously work on the trust part, because that is what is most lacking in Naxal areas. And believe me, these are Naxal affected children who were brought down to the wall painting competition, a lot of public interaction, which won a lot of public trust. You know, along with this, we prioritized the food security part, and you could see collectors saved 13 lakh rupees by purchasing from Walmart directly. This was totally against the rules. By rules, I should have been prosecuted and I should have been in jail by now for doing this. But I saved government money, so I'm there here, standing and talking to you. This is, no collector would think about starting a bus services himself. Does anybody does? No. We thought, why not start a bus services in the district? Because the Maoists were not permitting roads to be built up, and the best way was to first float buses, to put the cart before the bullocks, so that the demand for roads comes from public who use the bus. So from out of nowhere, we could think about schemes, procure funds, put a bus services in place, and it was called the Sabri Vakt Bus Services, and it is running successfully even till date. This is a livelihood college. We could catch. They were all potential cadres who would have become Maoists. You could catch them all young, put them into this livelihood college, make them learn computers and apparel manufacturing training, what you could see in Coimbatore. These are women, and they all are placed. They get 100% placement in companies, I'll tell you. There's 200 every batch in every 3 months who get outplaced from this district Sukma nowadays. And to set right the education scenario, we had done these schools, creating model residential schools for the Naxal violence affected children. You can see some nice photographs. With enough space to play, at par with city schools, summer camps to keep them entertained, because if I send them home during summer camps, you never know, they might not even come back. They might be recruited. So yoga camps. That's a very interesting incident. The boy who broke the news that I am alive and I'm hurt, but I'm still walking to the outside world when I was kidnapped was one boy who played carom board with me when I went on a visit to the summer camp. He could identify me, the collector playing carom board with him for half an hour, so he could recognize my face, and it was he who recognized when he was on leave inside to see me walking with them when I was kidnapped, and he was he who cracked the news that I am alive and I'm walking with an injury in my leg. So I would reiterate the last lines of the first part of the lecture. I believe, and many of us in civil services believe, that this is one job where you can really be a change agent. Are you ready to sail? Thank you.